Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark with the Better Mark, and I want to get into tonight's NBA slate, what's going around in the association. We'll get into that in a little bit later in this video, but I want to recap last night's plays. Okay, if you guys were able to tail us, great night. We had again posting a 3-0 sweep. Once again here on YouTube. I know you guys are probably telling, who is this guy? This is a relatively new YouTube channel, but guys, we've been doing this a long time, so make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Smash that like button as well, and as always, feel free to drop a line down below in the comments with what you guys are on. If you have any thoughts, suggestions, feedback, any questions you guys may have along the way, that's why I'm here for you. Okay, but let's recap last night's plays. We had the Pacers covering that double-digit win. Took them 9.5, as well as the Clippers, one of the hottest teams in the NBA. Kind of liked where they were at in that spot as well, covering at 3.5 against the deteriorating Miami Heat. Saw Pat Riley's face in the stands as well. Was not a pretty sight. Okay, and then finally, not something I like to do on a regular basis, but with such big spreads last night and kind of having the numbers a little bit too juiced. Early enough, if you were able to get on it, take that money line chalk parlay where we took a lot of the favorites, and they ended up posting double-digit victories. So that one was really much a no sweat bet as well, except for maybe the Nuggets. They had a little kind of interesting start. Blazers, playing them back-to-back games, and I think 2 out of the last 3 games they took on the Blazers at home, and that's something where it was a little bit testy, but they got the job done and still I think posted a double-digit victory. But let's get into tonight's slate. Let's show you exactly where my head's at, where I'm leaning. I'll give you guys my analysis breakdown and 2-3 plays I got for the night. All right, and that's where we're headed. So let's get down into it, guys. And as always, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Like I said, really appreciate you guys. The love and the feedback and support on the channel has been great. Very much positively received, and I'm going to keep it coming for you guys. So here's where we are at when we look into the lines for this evening. First off, we're going to get into Cleveland, right? We're going to talk about the Cavaliers, one of the hottest teams since the Christmas holiday, and this is where we're seeing, the line at a -5 spot in a huge pace game, right? This is where we're going to look at the Sacramento Kings. Love De'Aaron Fox, right? Keegan Murray, a lot of guys out there could absolutely light it up. But this is an interesting one, guys, because they don't really have too much of the same style of play. What you see from the Cavaliers kind of varies a little bit, but the Kings can post a number. So, I do like a lot of points. This is a very pro matchup. If you guys are into props, if you're guys into some scoring props, and that's kind of where we're going to head with this one. Okay, Donovan Mitchell, if we look into what he's done on the boards, this is where we're going to get into 40, 41.5, maybe 40.5. I think a lot of people are calling for a fade Donovan Mitchell in tonight's game because of the fact that we have Jared Allen's at full strength, as well as we have Evan Mobley back in the fold, in the lineup, in the rotation. So that's just how much can go around for Donovan Mitchell. But if you guys watch Spider-Man, he absolutely can light it up. And this is something where you can see in his stat line, guys, it's something where 41.5. Look at last contest, coming off some rest too, fresh week. He puts the minutes up, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. 25 points, 4 and 7. That was against the Grizzlies. That was a different kind of affair because of the rest, and that just ended up being a blowout within the Grizzlies. And I don't want to say it was second strings on second strings, but that's sure what it felt like in that contest as well. But you look at some of these numbers, guys. You're getting 16 and 28. You're getting 14 and 32. You're getting 15 and 23. He's really going to get close to that number, and I think this is a very pro matchup for Donovan. So with the streak we've been on, I have no problem taking a little bit of a hunt, go on the Donovan Mitchell chase, where we go into the prop of the points, rebounds, and assists. Yes, a PRA. We're going to get into the over 41.5, and I think this number is going to get even more juicy as the day goes on with the injury reports and whatnot. I would not be surprised if this even got up to 42, but it's something where I'm not scared. I think Donovan can lay 40 in himself on any given night, so I'm going to ride it. I'm going to ride Donovan Mitchell over 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And let's get down into another one, guys, and this is going to come on basically where I'm looking at within the Clippers and the Atlanta Hawks, okay? Look at the last 5 games. All right, the Clippers have been on an outstanding run. If you watched last night against the Heat, it looked a little shaky at times, okay? So they're looking to close out this road trip. There's a lot of veterans on that squad. You got Paul George, Russell Westbrook, as well as Kawhi Leonard, even some of the big guy. And that's something where you look into how these veterans do with a lot of travel. This is a rest versus reward spot. I think that the Clippers closing out their road trip, I think you're going to look at this line get a little bit lower. I think it's going to close probably around +2, but that's where I'm at with this one. There's going to be a lot of points. The Hawks like to light it up on the scorebook as well, and they're fresh, they're ready. So I think it's something where I'm going to grab the 3 points. I know it's 2.5, but I know you can find threes out there. So I'm going to be taking the Hawks +3, just a play on the Clippers on the road. It's something where I'm going to be at within this play. Okay, and then lastly, let's get into the Golden State Warriors and Brooklyn Nets. Okay, what I'm going to be looking at in this matchup is the over. Okay, 237.5. It's something where I think it's a little bit of a higher number. If you take all the averages of the NBA winning over unders, you can get to that 217 mark, and that's been the tried and true approach. But within this game, guys, I really want to talk to you about how the Warriors have been playing. We all know the pump fake we get from Draymond Green and how that storyline goes and unravels. But guys, they've been putting up some high contests, okay? And it's something where you look into their points, they're not playing any defense. And that's what's funny is because when the Warriors really had their dynasty trek going, they played and they kind of banked on their threes, but not only that, it was a play on their defense, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean because we're going to show these points, these numbers, bring it up on here with these last performances. You can see within the Warriors, look at these numbers, guys, dating back to February 2nd, February 3rd. I know this was overtime, but guys, 141, 134, 121, 101. Lakers, Warriors, I mean, they have the crazy ability to put up some points and as well as give up some points. So I know it's a high total. I'm going to take a little bit of a lean on that one, 237.5. I don't love it, but I do think it's something where in this contest, I really feel like the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga coming on strong, a absolute freak, an athletic freak of nature. But it's one of them ones where you kind of have to just trust the numbers, trust the feel in this one, guys, because it is a high total, and it's a high total for a reason. So I'm going to take a stab at the over 237.5. Golden State at the Brooklyn Nets, and we all know the Nets maybe not be at full strength, but guys, they can light it up as well. So I'll take that against a struggling Golden State Warriors defense on the road, West versus East matchup. And those are going to be my 3 plays in the association for tonight's slate. We'll have a recap, and if there's any kind of news noteworthy of this slate or my picks that I give you guys, I'm going to put a little update in the comments box down below, and let me know what you guys are feeling on these matchups. If you guys have any thoughts within my plays, or if you want to lend some of your own down below in the comments and get the discussion going. I am going to be getting a Patreon fired up where we can all share plays, talk sports, as well as handicapping there down in that community. But let's get it going, guys. We've got a big slate tonight. Look to continue this trek. A very hot streak, so I hope you guys are all along for the ride. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. We'll see you guys all later on in the videos to follow.